can't change it right now because if you look at them, they spin loose. If one of the burrs goes bad, the machine will lock that burr, whichever one is dull and needs to be replaced.
Okay.
It'll lock that burr. So then you take your tool, and you can see that it's got a specific triangle head. You just put it over the burr, and you turn it counterclockwise.
And it won't lock now, huh?
No.
Isn't there a way to remove it, or you always wait for it to break?
You gotta wait for it to break, I think.
Yeah.
There may be a way to take it out, but I don't know it. But you'll turn it in a counterclockwise direction until it's loose, then you can finish removing it by hand.
Okay.
Then you grab a new burr of the same kind. There are two types of burrs. There's your step burr, and it says step burr on the top. That's always the burr on your left. We have a full box of those here, 4 additional ones down in here, and another full box back here. Then we have the cylinder burr, which says cylinder burr on it. We have 2 left in this box. This one doesn't go out nearly as fast as the step burr. So
Should we order more so we have them? There's another one. Okay.
We have another box of that one here.
Okay. So we have both.
When you open that other box is when you order the next box.
Mm-hmm.
And you try to order that off of Netgear if you can.
Okay. So then when you go to put it back in, you put it in clockwise.
Okay. Counterclock, loosey, righty.
Righty tighty, lefty loosey.
Yep.
So you screw it in until it gets tight, and it's going to stop about there. Then you have to continue and holding good pressure inward, continue turning that burr until it goes click.
Okay.
You'll hear it and feel it click.
Okay.
That's when you know it's in place.
Okay.
Okay. Then you take the wrench off, make sure you put it back where you got it. Then you can close the door and continue the process.
Okay.
And how do you change the water?
Changing the water is just as easy. The water drawer is here. And after this mill, since it's been sitting, we'll probably want to change the water anyway.
Should I just do that like every Monday when I come in and change the water?
There is a schedule. I'll have to look in the book to see exactly what the schedule, but it'll also tell you if you go through, you can usually go through a couple weeks, but if you're doing a whole bunch of crowns, it's going to tell you insufficient water pressure.
Okay.
Because there's actually a paper filter inside here.
Do I need to change the filter ever?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Anytime you change the water, you change the filter. And I guess we can go ahead and do it beforehand. So you take this whole drawer out. Pull the rubber stopper. And then you'll notice it's doing the glug, 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 glug. Just take the tap off. And it'll start draining quickly. And we're about time to change that filter. I, a lot of times, like to give it a little shake just to loosen up some of that stuff from the filter. Once you take the top off, you can take the filter out and screw in here. So see, that's all
Corroded.
material that's been trapped by the filter. Because we don't want that, what we don't want is that material running through the system. And
How often do you change the filter, just on average? Well, you said every time you change
Right.
the water.
Right now we're at about every 2 weeks or so. So I give it an initial rinse. In the interest of keeping time, I'll set that one aside. We actually have 2 filters, just so that we can keep things running smoothly.
You don't actually
Have to do a new one.
replace the filter, you just wash it.
Right.
Do you ever need to replace it?
About once a year.
Okay.
These 2 are new in the time that I've been here.
Okay.
I think these were new in July or August.
Okay.
So you just give it a good rinse so that you don't see any more dust in the bottom. I like to give the cap a little rinse. Place the new or the cleaned filter. Screw it on hand tight and just a little bit of a turn with the wrench. Replace your rubber stopper. And then this part's important. You gotta add 1 measuring cup full of the ceramic oil. This helps keep the burrs lubricated, as well as the pistons that the burrs and the block are mounted on.
Do we have more of that?
Yeah,
Yes.
this one.
Oh yes, we got a lot. So you're gonna fill this one all the way up to that top line. If you go a little past, it's okay. It's not gonna hurt anything. Pour that into your main chamber.
Try not to pour it on the filter,
Right.
because the filter will just suck it up, so you're trying to bypass the filter.
Then we add distilled water to the top.
And that you can pour on the filter.
And that wasn't quite enough. Sarah's going to be kind to get us some more.
You know we are king of distilled water. We have a lot of distilled water.
Okay.
Thank you.
So fill that up all the way to the top. Put our cap back on. Fill it a little too full. And again, just a small twist. Usually give it a little shake just to mix it around. And we slide the jar right back in.
Okay. What's the other side hide?
This one is just an additional,
Block storage.
it could be block storage, it could be extra burrs, whatnot. We can put those extra burrs. So that's that.
Okay. So now the rule would be when you take from that side to put on that side, then you order.
Right.
You always want to have a full box of burrs, plus the 1 box that you're using.
Very important.
When you have breakage, guys, Generally, if it's because we didn't put the block in correctly or we didn't put the burr in correctly. So